Welcome back or welcome to my channel if it's your first time here. My name is Tembi, and today we're going to continue looking at some interior design aesthetics or styles around the world. And we're going to be looking at the very beautiful and soulful Morocco. So this one is definitely exciting for me to create for you, to film for you, because I love Moroccan interior design. It's possibly my favorite of all the northern countries because it's just so eclectic. But before I get way ahead of myself, I'm going to go ahead and address some of the questions that I have been getting in my past videos, and that is whether or not I'm going to cover other continents around the world. And my answer is yes. I have been brainstorming over the past couple of days, and I have decided that the easiest way and also the best way for me to be able to bring you diverse content, first and foremost, is by rotating the countries around the world. So that doesn't mean that I'm going to leave Africa behind after I'm done with today's video. I'm just going to hop on to a different continent and create a video on one of the countries, and then I'm going to keep rotating so that way it just feels a little bit more balanced. So let me know what you think in the comment section, and feel free to give suggestions on which continent you'd like me to cover next, and we'll see where this goes. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at some Moroccan interior design. Moroccan interior design is a rich, exotic style that blends vibrant colors, intricate textures, and geometric patterns. It draws historical influences from Moorish. I don't know who the Moorish are, so if you're part of that group of people, please let me know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Berber, Arabic, and French cultures as well. I actually didn't know that Moroccans take some inspiration from the French, but I think that this is a really interesting piece of information to know, because I personally love French design, and so this is pretty awesome. And now let's go ahead and take a look at some of the key elements of the Moroccan style. When it comes to the architectural features, you're going to be seeing a lot of structural horseshoe arches. These are definitely prevalent in the country or in the design around the country, and arches just really help to beautify any space, in my opinion. I think that if there's a way for you to bring interest into your space when it comes to architecture, creating an arch is the way to go, in my opinion. And then you're also going to be seeing tons of exposed wooden ceiling beams and carved plasterwork known as stucco or stucco. Some people might call it either or. Potato. And then you're going to be seeing Zellige tile work. These are hand chiseled terracotta tiles arranged in complex, colorful geometric mosaics. And you're going to usually find them on their walls or on their floors or in their fountains. And I think that this one is pretty common among the North African countries. Then you're going to see some plush textures as well. So we're looking at layered wool Berber rugs like the Beni Uran. So I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Then you're going to see tons of silk embroidery as well, which I think is very rich and luxurious and beautiful as well. Then you're going to see leather poofs and heavy drapery. And something that I've noticed about the Moroccans is they try to stay true to nature as much as possible. They often use tons of materials that come from nature, straight from nature, and I think that's what really makes the Moroccan interior design stand out, in my opinion. Then you're going to see tons of carved wood as well. So intricate mashrabia, and this is a lattice screen. Let me know if I said that correctly, because oh my gosh. Mashrabia. I don't know. Yeah, but these are the lattice screens that you often see on Pinterest or on Instagram. You're going to see details on their doors, and you're also going to find the carved wood in room dividers as well as cabinetry. And to me, the artistry that goes into creating this carved wood is unmatched, in my opinion. It looks absolutely fantastic. I will say the Asians do a pretty good job as well, but maybe because I come from the African continent, I can be a little bit biased, and that's okay. Let's move on to the color palette. You're going to be looking at jewel tones like the Egyptians. So deep sapphire blue, you're going to see tons of emerald green, you're going to see ruby red, and rich amethyst, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. You're also going to see a lot of desert earth tones. So we're looking at terracotta, we're looking at burnt orange, we're also looking at warm ochre, and sand and cinnamon. So just mixing all of those colors, in my opinion, or those tones, really gives a room a ton of depth, even though the spaces can look a little bit more monochrome or they can look a little bit more neutral. This to me is the way to go when you're layering neutrals or when you're layering similar tones, because they do kind of just have a little bit more contrast than just going with beige and beige or using beiges with creams, for instance. So that's something for you to think about and even consider if you're trying to layer neutrals in your spaces. Then you're going to also see metallic accents. There's a heavy use of hammered brass, copper, silver, and gold to reflect light. So silver is trending in interior design in 2026, but I will say that the Moroccans are way ahead of us because they have been using silver since whenever they began with interior design. And I like that they mix their metals because that just helps to give their spaces a more timeless feel or a more timeless look, because having too much of one thing, so be it it's in stone or be it it's in metals, just having to have one material across your home, your spaces, is going to make your spaces feel dated a lot quicker than having a mixture of materials. And so that is the advice that I'd like you to take away from this video. And it's also the advice that I give to my clients, is mix and match. There's nothing wrong with you mixing metals or mixing textures, mixing colors and the like. It just brings in a lot more depth and personality into your spaces. Moving on to furniture and the layout of their spaces. So you're going to have a lot of low slung seating. So for instance, floor cushions, leather poofs, and low deep sofas. And these are lined against the walls to encourage conversation. Personally, I don't necessarily like seating that is against the wall, but I do understand that the Moroccans have their layouts in such a way that it's necessary for the seating to be up against the wall. I prefer to kind of create more of an intimate space, to basically move my furniture a little bit more inward into the room. I think it just creates more of that cozy and intimate vibe. But there are ways that you can definitely work around with this type of layout. You're also going to see intricate tables, so octagonal side tables with mother of pearl inlays or hand-painted details. You're also going to see outdoor integration. So this simply means that they're designing around a central courtyard concept, and they're going to be using indoor plants and small water features as well, and even outdoor plants as well. Then for the decor and lighting, you're going to see lanterns. Lanterns are very, very popular in Morocco. So they're perforated brass or iron hanging lamps that cast dramatic patterned shadows across the room. You're also going to see tons of mirrors, which I personally love as well. And these are usually large. They have statement arches framed in deep carved wood. Sometimes they also have bone inlay or our hammered metal to instantly open up smaller rooms and maximize ambient light. So for those of you that are maybe have smaller spaces and would like to give off that illusion of having a larger space and even creating more places for light to bounce in your spaces, mirrors are definitely the way for you to go. Then you're going to see a lot of pottery as well. And so these are hand-painted ceramic platters. You're going to see vases. You're also going to see tangines displayed on open shelving. And that is everything that I wanted to share with you in today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, ladies, and thank you so much to all of our new subscribers. Welcome to our community, and I'm really grateful that you decided to stop by and join our beautiful community. So before I keep rambling, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and also hype it up if you're able to, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.